Welcome to Tush Twins, heard exclusively on MalcolmPresents.com, a streaming platform heard around the world and even in Brighton Beach. Hi, guys.
Hi
Brighton
guys.
Beach. We
You know
love
Brighton
Brighton
Brighton.
Beach?
Beach.
Right.
The
I
home of,
sent,
what's it, Nora? The movie?
yes. Some people can't take that movie for some reason, and other people can see that it's really an excellent picture.
Why can't they take
I
it?
We're gonna
I don't
watch
know,
it this
some people
weekend.
couldn't deal with there was a lot of sexual stuff in there. And
Sex.
some people were taken aback by the sex and I mean after having parties and watching Debbie Does Dallas in slow motion, nothing bothers me.
Debbie
Nothing
does
Uh,
bothers
Dallas in
us.
slow motion.
yes.
You have
When
no idea.
you
You
have
have
no idea
no
what we
idea.
used to
I,
do.
I,
Oh
I
my
I
God.
didn't know both of you at the same time, huh?
Oh no, there were
Oh my
couples in
no.
there were five couples in my bedroom watching this shit. I'm like, what the
Well,
And
hell am I doing?
laughing. Well,
wait,
we
I,
saw
I
the
don't want to
movies
know the rest of the
originally.
story.
There's nothing to tell
No,
other
Oh,
you
than
don't want to
sure.
even know.
people
Except her
got.
husband is nuts.
Yeah, well, we know that. I mean, and then so first it was slow motion, then it was speeded up.
And you
So
go,
you're watching them go like,
Well, speeding up is funny.
yeah, slow motion
especially
was
with
funny.
Les making the sound effects.
Right. Yeah, that was even better. Boy,
That was the best
we
part.
were pretty sick minds back then, I gotta admit. I don't know.
I've always reserved those type of films that are like a one-on-one thing, me and a date. I never did five couples.
We
It was
went to
just
see
funny.
the
Just
we
we
would
went to
go to
see
the
it,
movies.
movies, because it was the
Just
big thing back then.
oh my, we would go to see
It's just,
Behind the Green Door.
So we went behind the green door with Ronnie and
Uh,
Melinda. Was
uh,
it
uh,
Melinda? No, it wasn't
no, 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 no,
Melinda.
now,
no,
now,
no,
now, now
no. It
tell,
was
No, it was
Debbie
oh
and
no, and also my
Debbie, the
brother.
friend. No, no, we didn't go with your brother
Didn't
to
we go
see
with him
that.
and Diane?
No, no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no,
I
no,
thought my
never.
brother came
It
tell me
with
you
was
went
us.
to play. Tell me you
it,
went to Plato's Retreat.
it was no,
No.
it was I know what was the wife of some friend. It was like two other couples, Debbie
Yeah.
and
And,
somebody,
and is
and
everybody still married?
I
who
have no
knows?
idea.
I am,
I
and
am to a different
To
person.
a different person.
yeah, but you're married a long time.
I'm married 37 years this year.
Anyways,
That's,
speaking of dates, are you ready, Max?
am I ready?
For Happy Birthday
Day.
to
Oh,
you.
yes, we had
Cha
happy
cha
Happy
cha.
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Happy
Happy
Cha cha cha.
birthday,
birthday,
dear
dear Rusty, Paula,
Paula, Rusty, and
Crazy,
whatever
and
you call
also
yourself.
Malcolm.
And
Malcolm,
Malcolm
Yeah.
too.
No,
happy
thank you
birthday
Day
to
to
you.
to
you.
you.
Woo! Yeah,
And a
you both
belated
had
birth,
Yep.
yeah,
birthdays.
and a belated birthday to you, Max.
Me? Oh, it's very
Way
belated.
belated.
Way belated. I'm like not kind of on the half mark, I think. No, a little more than the half mark. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna have a interesting birthday and anniversary, and your godson's getting married there, redhead, and
Yep.
yeah,
Yes.
crazy stuff.
Can't wait.
All right. It's gonna be
Yeah, have
fun.
you bought the dress yet?
Did not,
We're
but I
going
do have
shopping.
I have an appointment to I sent you that link. You got to
Yeah, I
look at
know.
it.
I
You
did.
didn't send me the link.
I
You want to
did.
see the link? You can
No.
ask Anna if she likes anything.
Eh,
All right.
Well,
Yeah.
tonight today's the
Purim.
eve of Purim. Happy
Right.
Purim to
Oh, it's
everyone.
Purim today. Really?
Hey, Purim.
Right.
Yes, Purim.
And I'm gonna quickly say what it is because I
Go
quickly
ahead.
looked it
I
up
read it. Yeah.
before
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I got it into the notes, but
Okay.
anyway, Purim commemorates the Jewish people's deliverance from a plot to exterminate them in ancient Persia because people don't like
Mm-hmm.
us in the world, as we can tell.
They
As
still trying to eliminate
recounted
us.
as recounted in the Book of Esther, celebrated with
Mhm.
joy, feasting, and the reading of the Megillah, Gorilla for sale.
Yeah, it's
We
known
used
as
to
the Gans
we,
the
Yeah,
Gan
the
the
big
we
Gansa
used to
Megillah.
do that in school. What?
The
What'd you
Gansa
say?
Megillah.
The Godson Megillah.
Caligula.
So anyway, the story is here's the plot. In I have a cold. Sorry, people. My
Me
nose is
too.
like a wacky thing. You had worse than me, but anyway, in ancient Persia, King Ahasuerus was ruled by his advisor Haman,
Oh
who plotted to kill all the Jews in the
my
kingdom. And every time you're supposed to say Haman, you're supposed to like scream and oh, you got some, yeah, you're supposed to
I got
like
my kazoo. Every time you say their
kazoo.
name,
Okay, and then there's Esther's role, the king's wife,
yay!
Esther, and her cousin Mordecai
Now,
learned
I'm
of
In
Mordechai.
Haman's.
their
That's my
religion.
Jew. That's my
That's your
Hebrew
name.
name,
Your
Mordechai.
name's Mordecai. So you, cousin you, learned of
Mhm.
Haman's plan, and Esther, despite risking her life, bravely petitioned the king to reverse the decree. Then there came the reversal. Esther's courage and the intervention of Mordecai led to the reversal of Haman's decree, and the Jews were saved. So what is the
Yay!
significance of Purim? It celebrates the miraculous deliverance and bravery of Esther and Mordecai. Esther, woman, Esther first.
Yay!
Mordecai was the assist. So here's what we do on Purim. We read the Megillah. The book of Esther is read
Gorilla for sale.
aloud. Megillah, it's read aloud in synagogue.
Mm-hmm.
People have festive meals and treats. And you're going to talk about a treat in a minute.
Yes, I am.
Giving charity is customary
Mm-hmm.
to the poor. Exchanging gifts between friends and families. And we used to have
Dress
parties,
up.
dress up. Many
Custom
people wear
party.
costumes and masks.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes from Purim comes from the Hebrew word pur, meaning lots. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Referring to the lots Haman cast to determine the day to kill the Jews.
And how long does Purim last?
2 nights, two
I
Two
days.
think a
nights.
couple of days or so. I think. I don't ask me. I'm a Jew, but sometimes my Jew goes in and out.
Yeah, Purim is a happy holiday, but it's
Well,
not one of the main
It's
holidays.
it's
I don't
it's
know why.
pretty
it's
it
amazing.
is. It's pretty
It's
main. I mean,
big.
people it's very Hebrew schools, it's a main
We had
holiday.
a
It's
good
it's
time. We dressed up in costumes and
it was
paraded up and down the temple.
it's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
it's
but to me, the two main ones are Rosh
that
Hashanah and Yom
that's
Kippur.
you. There's a
Well,
lot of
that's yeah.
others, but
Oh, there are a
There's
lot
a
Purim
of
is
lot
other
up
more.
there.
Hanukkah.
I
Purim and
love Tisha
Hanukkah,
B'av and Tisha
Tisha
B'av.
B'Av, I love the name.
It's
Tush.
Tisha B'av in August.
But anyway,
Oh, all I know is I have an Orthodox dentist, and about every other week he's off
oh
Really.
because
really?
there's another
Well,
Jewish holiday.
there you go. So so the Jews were saved, and Haman was, taken
I don't
down.
think we're saved yet.
So the Jew, anyway, well, I don't want to bring it up to right now, but anyway,
No.
the redhead told me something about this Hummentashen that we eat, which is shaped like
Yes.
a triangle because of the hats or
It,
something.
no, it's not. I looked it up.
Okay,
It's
go for it.
It's Haman's ear. It's shaped of Haman's ear. So when you take a bite of it, you're celebrating the defeat of Haman. Excuse me.
It's not Van Gogh.
No, it's Haman. Haman.
It's not,
Thank
it
you.
doesn't pick up, it's not going to pick
It
up
doesn't
what you're
pick up your
doing.
kazoo.
It doesn't
Oh,
pick
it
up your kazoo.
doesn't?
No, that's
Oh no.
because our settings are we want to keep the talk important. It doesn't pick up things, doesn't pick up other
I'm
things. It's weird.
sorry. The kazoo is really important to me.
Yeah,
I
well,
had
Okay.
this one for 100 years. You should have yours somewhere.
who knows? It's around, but
Well, it's Haman's ears, or it's Orison's, this Hebrew for ears. It's Haman's ears, and every
cool.
time you take a bite of it, it's you're biting into his head.
So you
Okay.
have a
I
token
have it's
Jews
called a joke,
Hamantashen,
right?
and it makes you high.
It makes you high.
It's called Hymantaschen.
High.
Okay.
It's
Show us your shirt.
Hymantaschen
Show us your shirt.
because I am getting high.
High. She's getting
Getting
high.
high.
On
But
I'm
really,
getting high on Hamantash, which this stuff is amazing. You could buy this on a site called Token, Tokin, Jews. It's
not token,
everything.
Token, which
Yen.
Mitch was the high head high, you know.
He was
So
the head one.
he
Yes,
was
he
the head.
was.
He was the
But
head.
this is it's wonderful, this stuff. It's oh my God, I just love this stuff. I can't wait. I'm gonna learn to make it myself for next
The
year.
Hamantash.
Yes, I could probably do that. It's infused with 10 milligrams of THC, 10 milligrams of CBD, and the whole box, which are 8 cookies, have 80 milligrams of both.
You don't want to eat all
This,
of the cookies
no,
at
you can only,
once.
I could only eat a half a cookie because
Yeah,
that's
just
my
like you
tolerance.
gave me a whole cookie one time.
Well,
Uh-huh.
I didn't know back then. I didn't
You
have any
had
idea.
no
I had no
Again,
idea.
it's
You
idea.
is that why they call it the high holidays?
That's it.
Well,
We're
this
all
isn't
high.
a, yeah, well, I
Well,
guess.
I'm high on this one. I'm high on life.
Love, it's
It's
so
all.
easy. That's
Anyway,
50 song.
speaking of food, that we want to get into our main subject,
We
Oh,
were
okay.
which
talking
actually
about we're
we
talking
did once
about
before, but it was a damaged recording.
Okay.
how is your noodle? So
My noodles are good, and I'm going to talk about the history of short pastas today.
Short pastas
Yes, the
versus
shapes
long
of short
pastas.
pastas.
that's
Because
me.
everyone knows spaghetti,
I'm a short pasta.
She's a short pasta, shrimp boat. Um,
No, it can't be a shrimp boat because that's non-kosher.
I know, but my brother called her shrimp boat.
Oh, okay.
Uh, well,
Anyway, let's get into our pastas.
well, but we're first
Yes.
because we didn't. We just let me tell this quick because this
Okay,
is
go
how
ahead.
it all started. That
Talk
pasta.
about pasta.
No,
Ay,
no,
pasta.
no. I'm just going to talk about that thing which started our last show that didn't get aired
Make it.
because it
Hmm.
technical difficulty. During the 1800s, I guess the later part, pasta was a common street food in Naples, as it was enjoyed by the people on the go. Many ate pasta with their bare hands. I'd like to see that happen today.
I do.
This this
Leftover.
pro this proactive became a spectacle for tourists. Now I guess they took photos back in the late 1800s of locals dangling noodles into their mouths, and it became a very popular souvenir. When I saw that, I immediately thought of you because, hey, you know,
I Pasta's my
so
favorite food,
it's your favorite food, and we we always think of Italy, but it's been around for thousands of years,
even
and it gets
before it.
traced back to ancient China, where early
Hmm.
forms of noodles were made. Others point to the Arab world, where durum wheat was used to create dried pasta, making it perfect for long journeys. It wasn't
Yep.
until the 13th century that pasta became a staple in Italy, where it truly flourished. The introduction of tomatoes from the New World in the 16th century gave rise to the classic pasta dishes we know and love today. So there's shapes and sizes and all sorts of stuff. So you tell us what what
Well, don't
which
forget
sizes.
tomatoes back in the day, they were considered poison originally. They wouldn't eat them here in America or in Europe till they realized, I guess the first person to taste them didn't die.
There's always one,
Mm.
There's always one.
you know,
And it was considered, it's a nightshade fruit.
right.
And
It's a
It's a what kind
fruit.
of fruit?
It's a fruit.
It's a fruit because it
Nightshade.
has seeds, nightshade. So is eggplant. All those are really fruits.
Right.
So
And they taste delicious with pasta. So
yes, they do.
so
That's why
so
now
talk about
pasta.
these shapes.
I love all different shapes of pasta, but you have to have the right pasta for the right sauce. Like a
Okay.
rigatoni. Rigatoni is it's named for the word rigare, meaning the mark, the lines. It's totally tubular for
Totally
sure.
tubular. You're a
Totally
valley
tubular.
girl.
It has, yeah, like for sure, it has ridges on the surface, which holds the sauce to
Yeah,
the pasta.
it's good.
So and then inside the hole, it lets the pasta or any of the meats go inside. So it's a perfect for a
It's good.
pasta,
Good for meat
for a sauce.
sauce.
Yes,
Yum.
it is.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
Good,
there's
good.
penny, which they call pen nibs. They're meant to resemble penny collect sauce in a barrel. So
I mean, on the
penny is
inside.
with the inside, it's like a barrel. It's a longer shape with a like a triangular cut on the ends. And then you have all kinds of other ones like fusilli, which is where is that? Says it's immigrants living in New York developed a fusilli machine that manufactures short corkscrew-shaped pasta on an
Ooh,
industrial scale. And that started in 1924. So it wasn't invented in Italy, it was invented here
New York.
in New York. New York, New York.
My favorite used to be baked ziti.
yes.
I like
And
baked
that took
ziti
the longest to make. It took about 20 minutes, from when you ordered, a half hour.
Yeah,
because they make
because
it fresh.
They make it
And if
right.
they
fresh.
don't make it fresh, that means the pasta is already in the sauce and the
Right.
baked ziti and it's
And
all
then they bake.
mushy. I
Right.
hate that.
But I
I like
used to
al
love, I mean,
dente.
I used to love that.
And the way I
Yeah,
used to love was raviolis at Carolina's.
Okay.
huh. It's not there anymore, is
Carolina's
it?
made, no, it closed down many years ago.
Yeah,
But
Giulio's is open though,
I
right?
think they reopened it.
Giulio's, they reopened after the hurricane,
Yeah, it was,
Sandy.
yeah.
It was closed down for
Yeah, it
like
was
4
closed.
years.
Yeah, I was, wow.
The only ones open, what's the one on 17th or 16th Street in Surf Avenue? Uh,
That was
Julian
Our
Gargiulo's.
Giulio's.
Giulio's.
Yeah,
Gargiulo's. That's what we're just talking about.
Yeah.
yeah.
And at the end of the meal, you roll a die, and if you get the number that's up on the board, you get your free food.
Yeah.
I got it once or twice, and it's only for the one person. You roll, each person had a roll to see they got their food,
I
Free.
think I tell you the story. No, maybe 10 years ago, my brother went to Gargiulo's and he parked the car in their parking lot, which
right.
was sort of like desolate. Really wasn't
Yeah.
any people there.
Hmm.
And the store Gargiulo's originally was owned by some of the mobsters. Yeah,
Okay, well,
mafia.
it's not unknown that they own a lot of Italian restaurants,
Yeah. But
many
anyway,
of which are really good.
so
Many have worked, I worked in.
Yes, you have
but
you
I
anyway,
sang.
my brother walks in the Gargiulo's and he asked the maitre d'. He says, "Oh, my car's there, but it's desolate there. Is it safe? Because the neighborhood wasn't safe." And the maitre d' looks at him and goes, shrugs his shoulder, "Huh?" Like, what do you think?
Yeah, right. Like, of
No
course,
one would
idiot.
touch, if no one's going to
No one would
touch the
touch it.
cars in that.
No,
No,
you're pretty safe on Mulberry Street too, I'd
Well,
say.
yeah,
You know.
only the half a block. That's all little
No,
area
I,
is
it
now.
looked I was there in
A lot of the
December and
Chinese restaurants are
no,
closed down.
that Mulberry Street looked pretty nice. It was a few blocks, not as
Okay. Oh,
long as it
wow.
was, but and there were lights, they put decorative it looked really nice. I was really surprised. I was, not knowing what was we went to Lamella and
Hmm.
the
and
chicken
then my
parm
mind is
was
forgetting. What's the one where there was the assassination?
Oh,
oh
Umberto's.
oh
Umberto's.
yeah.
Yeah, I've
I've
been
been
there.
there, and that was busy. Right after this, that was busy. People wanted to see what was happening. They weren't worried about being shot because they weren't wanted.
Right. Well, if you're not wanted, then you're okay.
Well, I
But
used to go to not Paisanos, Positano's there. That was one of our favorites. And RSPQ, I think that was the name. I used to go there with Jilly and all the guys.
Jilly,
yeah,
Jilly
Jilly
Rizzo.
Rizzo. I worked for Jilly for many years. I was a
she was
Jilly girl.
she was a
I was a
Jilly girl.
dancer and a singer and
I,
Jilly girl.
I had an associate that I worked with that was friends with Jilly.
He was like my godfather. I loved
He used
Jilly
to,
more than
He
life.
was the Godfather.
every time I was his office, he always called up Jilly to show me that he was friends with him and to
Oh,
find out. They always ask, where's Frank? Is Frank in town?
No,
no,
I knew Frank too.
I didn't ever
You
go to
used to come to
Jilly's.
Jilly's. You've been to Jilly's.
I would think I was there a couple of times actually.
Yeah, you were there.
Yeah,
They had the
I was
I've
there
best
a couple of
never been to
Chinese
times.
food.
Jilly's.
They were known for the
The best.
Chinese food. Mr. Lee, famous for his Chinese food.
Now you're making me want to have a chow mein on a bun.
Show me.
Now,
Mm-mm. No,
I
I,
Jilly
know.
was a wonderful man. Matter of fact, he hated my first husband so much. He used to go to me, I'll take care of him. Don't
Oh
worry.
God. Oh no.
And I
Oh
go, no,
no.
Jilly, don't do this. I love him. Now I'm thinking back,
you
duh.
should
Oh
have.
stop. Oh
You,
stop.
you, you could have been in the will.
Stop. Just stop. Oh my God, that
Oh,
is bad.
he was
Gee.
such a good, he was a great guy, Jilly. I cried when he passed away. He passed
Mm.
away on his birthday.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Of natural causes, I hope.
Yeah, yeah. He did. He was old.
Anyway, getting
Well,
back to pasta.
yeah.
Ooh,
So
pasta.
so 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 anyway, did when you went on one of your marijuana tasting dinners, did they have any
Mm-hmm.
pasta in any
Yes,
of
they
them?
did.
So
Yes, we
how
did.
was it in the sauce that they put it?
It was in a mushroom sauce. It was the which one? The bow ties in a mushroom sauce and the mushroom wild mushrooms. Oh my God, it was to die for. And you just want to lick the plate. That's how good it was.
Oh God.
Because the chef is amazing.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Have
speaking of bow
any more
ties,
pop-ups?
Nah, not lately.
Not well, okay.
But the food was great, and it was like 5 courses, and that was one of the appetizers. It was yummy.
Well, well, that then you had the best of your both worlds.
Yes, I
Your
did. I
pasta
had pasta, and
and
I
your
was
chai.
getting high. I was getting
You
high on life.
High on love, high
okay?
on life, all that fun stuff, I'll tell you. But,
Hmm.
you know, there's pastas are different types, and they said from different countries, and so there's the most I think ramen and udon are also popular now, like in
I
terms
use
of
udon noodles in a lot
yeah,
of my dishes when I stir fry, and
right,
that's more of a rice noodle.
But
really.
when you
Yeah,
speak of
Yeah, yeah,
bow
it's good.
when
It's
you
good.
speak about bow ties, I think about bow ties and
Kasha.
kasha
kasha vanagas.
kasha rounds.
I have bow ties. And I have kasha vanishkas. I have to make the kasha.
I love kasha. Oh my God, I
Me
love
too.
kasha knishes.
You know,
Kasha they don't make any kasha kanishas now.
yeah,
You
they
can't
do.
They
find them out in Los
still
Angeles.
do. No,
Zabar's
they
has
have
them.
Zabars and also
Oh
Yono
yeah, New
Schimmels,
York.
but they're
Yeah, New
not the
York.
same owners. They used to be closed on Friday nights and Saturdays, but they're open now on Saturdays. Russian Jews took them over.
Oh, okay.
So you could go there on a Saturday.
Now
I
that's
don't know how
good.
good the knishes are anymore because I haven't been there since the new owners.
Which who?
Well, it it's
Yono
Yona
Schimmels.
Shimels.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not.
Yonashima.
Well, you can go to Katz's, get a pastrami, and
Well,
still
most of the
it's
places
still
aren't kosher or glatt kosher. They're kosher style.
yeah,
Style.
yeah,
Well,
the
that's
kosher style.
Katz's.
Katz's
Second
kosher style.
Avenue Deli is still kosher, but they're not as good as they used to be when they were on Second Avenue.
And it's like $30 for a
A
sandwich.
sandwich, it's
I mean,
ridiculous.
$30 for a pastrami sandwich. I
Yeah,
mean, I
I can
think
make it.
Katz is 20 something for a
It
sandwich, but
is
it's to me
$28. It's not,
it
but
well, Les
it
and I
feeds two
share it. We
people.
haven't gone in a while, but we share it.
yeah.
So
I used
because
to have like a pastrami Reuben
that's me.
Oh, that's Maxine,
I'm a
pastrami and the
pastrami root.
Reuben.
from a Reuben,
Uh, uh,
and me and Anna would share that, which was plenty,
right, you could share it.
and put
That's the thing.
an extra for French fries.
Well,
Yeah.
French fries and pastrami sandwich and sour pickle
Mm.
and not a cream or celery, Dr.
Celery
Brown's
soda.
Dr. Brown, cream
celery
soda.
cream
Mm,
Yeah, I always call it
and
oh,
celery. It's celery.
celery,
celery,
right?
celery.
Celery.
My
Yeah,
father loved that.
I
I didn't
like it.
like
I
it.
like it.
And the only time I had is when I had well, back east in New York, when I lived in New York, I didn't like pastrami. I liked corned beef. But they
Uh-huh.
Oh,
don't
I
make the
don't.
corned
I
beef is
like,
too dry in the East Coast, in the
Uh,
West Coast.
it depends.
oh,
Well, they have good
yes.
places. And they also have pastrami Queen now on the Upper West Side.
I
They
went to it
moved.
about 6 months ago when I went to the
Pastrami Queen.
city.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How was it? Any good?
it was good. It wasn't as good as it used to go in the pastrami King,
There's one on
the
the east
original one
side
in
though.
Queens. The
Right.
one in Queens.
Yep, yep, I
That was
knew.
excellent. This one is a little not as good.
Yeah,
How did we
no,
get
we
from pasta to kosher
Because it's
food?
Purim. It's
it's
Purim.
Purim.
Purim. We have to have some
I'm
you know,
sorry.
I would love to have a pastrami sandwich for dinner. That
Well,
ain't
why
gonna
Mm.
don't you have
happen.
it?
I wish I It's salty. I'll be able to taste that.
Have have less bring it home.
Unless I drive down to
There's,
Lower
there's
East
no
Side,
place.
lower no.
I
There's
don't live in a
really
Jewish
there's
area. There's
Lieberman's
none.
Deli, which is in Riverdale, and
Hmm. Tell us to
it
bring
w
it home.
but he's I don't
I
know.
want a black and white cookie.
A
Yeah,
black and
well,
white. Oh yeah.
the black and white. There's a place up
Well, there's
here
certain
in
things we can
Bedford.
talk
This
also
place.
feel good foods,
Well, the comfort foods. We
comfort
like the
food.
Well,
comfort
I
foods.
do love. I'm gonna go to. We're going to City now. It's all your fault. Now I have to go to Sarge's.
Well, we could go there for lunch even. Who cares? Depends
Now I
if it's
need my
right.
Chinese.
Have it
Well,
delivered.
can't have
You
it
know what?
delivered
No,
from
can't have it
there.
delivered.
That's a
I
bit
can
of
have it delivered from
a
Katz's, but I
Well,
love
they're
Katz.
supposed to pack it really good, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Or actually, Zabar sends it all over the world if you want things. Because I
I don't
remember
know
No,
how
reading,
Zabar's
shipping costs more than the food.
yeah,
pretty
but
much.
Barbara Streisand used to have wherever she was on location had things mailed to her from Zabar's.
Good. Well,
Oh, and
she's a
she's Barbara
millionaire.
Streisand, billionaire.
Aren't you wealthy?
Oh
Sure.
yeah.
I
Hold
got
on.
wait, hold on. Well, let me
Hold
check
on.
on my millions.
I have
No.
$10.
I
Dennis
Yeah,
wanted it back from me. I took it
but
out
but
of
but
his pocket.
You keep it.
no one handles cash nowadays.
Mm.
I like cash.
I like to keep some money in my
I
bag
like
just
to
in
keep at
case.
least $20 when I
Yeah.
go out of
I have to.
this
You
out
should
of
always
here.
keep a 20 on you. That was what I was told by my elders, like keep some money
Yes.
on you.
I always
So,
had $1 back then, but that was a lot of money back then.
I
I
don't
could get
know. It was like
myself a hamburger, French fries, and a
Yeah.
Coke at
at
Well,
Molly and
Eagles
Jack's.
and
yeah,
Molly and Jack's.
I don't know.
Right.
That was 50 cents.
A big
50
place in Coney
cents.
Island was a place called the Hubba Hubba
A
A
hubba
hubba
hubba.
hubba.
on
I
Where
don't
28th
was
know the
Street,
that?
hubba.
Mermaid Avenue.
Oh, okay.
Where?
No, I don't
Mermaid
know that.
Avenue and where?
28th Street.
28.
It's called, I don't know Hubba Hubba, but we call it the Hubba,
That- That's all the way.
Hubba.
It's all the way at the end. Yeah.
And
And it was great. They had great like a hamburger, French fries, and a Coke. This is when I
Yep.
went to Mark Twain. That was sort of like a block away. If
you went to
Oh,
Mark Twain? Did you ever have a teacher named George Mann?
George Mann?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
George Mann? No.
No,
We
he
both
was
had
my
George
uncle.
Mann.
He taught there for about 30 years and then he was retiring. He went to Reynolds, where we went,
No.
43. And he was my science teacher, Maxine's science teacher, Melanie and Cheryl's science teacher.
Yep, we all had
And
him.
I hope you all got 90s.
no, well, he came home one day for we were having Passover. No, he went to my uncle's house for Passover. And he's there and he told my parents, you know, your daughter cheats. She says you're a terrible teacher.
That's what you told him?
You want to hear
Well,
a small world story? You know, I live out in Los Angeles now. I've been here
do
about
you? Okay.
Oh,
I've lived
really?
about 50 years. But anyway, uh, I was in the radio sales and there was a convention and they were speaking to, I hadn't known the girl, but she worked for another radio, sales for another radio station. And we're talking, which I think we shared a lunch. And I told her I'm from Coney Island. She said, "Oh, Coney Island." She said, "Oh, yeah." She said, she asked me, what junior high school did you go to?" I said, I went to Mark Twain." And she said,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, my aunt teaches in Mark Twain." I said, "Your aunt? What's your aunt's name?" Her aunt was my homeroom teacher.
Really? Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my
Then she
God.
said, and Betty, my grandfather sold Arbus. He used to roll.
Oh my
He used
Chickpeas.
to roll a little
chickpeas.
cart,
Yeah.
and there was Arbus, which is I always thought it was Arbus, but in later years I realized that they were chickpeas or
Mm-hmm.
garbanzo beans. But
My
anyway,
dad used to eat those. He used to
he
go to
used to
the
Yeah, so
sell
did
it
side.
my dad.
in a big vat. He would dip into it, give it a little bag full of Arbus, and throw salt in it.
Mm.
And his big rival was the guy who sold knishes.
Uh,
Hot knishes
Hot
here.
cold,
knishes,
Cold
potato
beer.
kasha.
cold soda,
Hot
hot knishes, but we used to
knishes.
really get the reverse. Warm
Yeah.
soda and cold
Cold
knishes.
Cold
knishes.
knishes.
But again, it's a small world. Here I am, like 3,000 miles away. and I grew and I was taught by her aunt.
Oh,
That's
that
really
was
funny.
funny.
It's always like a 6 degree of separate,
Yeah.
and quantum entanglement brings people together in ways that you wouldn't think. And
Well, now I
so,
know more
Hmm.
because now that I know your brothers, who were, big rock and roll singers. Yeah.
yep,
I don't know if you're
Yep.
into rock and roll back then, but when I did my show with Phil, he would mention names, of
right,
people that stars in film and TV. So that's
yep,
1 degree of separation I have from
that's
them.
true. Absolutely. He, he wrote a book called The No Quotient, and it was
Great
given.
book.
Stan Lee gave it a great review. The Stan Lee,
Hmm.
the Stan Lee.
Stanley,
Stan Lee, the guy, the man. He's the guy. And I'm like, I'm looking at some of the reviews the other night because something came up and I don't know what. So I had to check something and let's check something. And a number of the reviews said this would make, they would want to see this, I hope there's a sequel, which, sorry.
No,
And,
sorry.
but it should be a movie. And we were
Hmm.
talking about this for like the longest time. Phil was bringing it, but couldn't get through the door, but I think it would make a fantastic movie. A really good science fiction. Not like these complete, all they have is the Marvel,
The
or
Marvels, and it's
it's
starting to
like
get
it's
played out.
nausea. It's ad nauseum. I don't even watch them. There's
And
too
I
many
stopped
of them.
watching it.
Yeah. So, but anyway, it's
I should read it again.
yeah, you should. I'm gonna
It's
read
been a
it again.
while.
I
I
gotta
have
I
it
gotta
right in my
I have it.
right down.
I have a couple of
I
copies.
didn't
I
know if you
got
had the original comic books.
of Marvel.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm talking about Phil's book, The No
No,
Quotient.
Phil, do you have a signed copy? First edition of
yes,
Phil's book?
I have the
yeah.
first edition, but I don't know if he signed it. He might have, but I don't know where
I
that one is.
think he signed mine. I have to go look.
I don't know. But anyway, but it's a good book. As my mom would call him, a genius.
A genius.
A
She would
genius.
call him and Mitch. They're a genius, geniuses. But rightly so.
Hmm.
I don't take that. I don't take that off at all. But anywho, for more fun than a
Anyhow,
barrel of monkeys, what else do we got to say, folks? Are we wrapping or we're still
Yeah,
moving?
did you realize my stopwatch went off? So I'm not
Yeah.
sure. I mean, I'm not
No,
sure.
it's over. I can
Is it
tell you.
over?
Oh yeah, it's over.
How long
No, you're
ago?
over
blah,
30
blah, blah,
minutes.
blah,
We're
blah,
above.
blah, blah,
We're
blah.
about 30 minutes? Okay.
I think
That's all,
so.
folks.
Okay, who
Yeah,
said
I
that?
think
Quick.
uh
Porky,
Porky Pig.
And who
Ba-dee,
was the
ba-dee, ba-dee,
voice?
ba-dee, ba-dee.
Mel,
Mel.
Do
Blanc.
you realize that's on his tombstone?
Yes, I
But
know.
that's all, folks.
Okay,
And
well,
the best
your
photo,
mom
the
has
best art,
bingo 52. What
my
it's
mother has on
bingo,
her,
right?
yes, in Hebrew, because we wanted Hebrew so no one would know what it said.
Right.
It said, Marsha, beloved mother, beloved this, blah, 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 blah. And on the bottom it said, world's best bingo player, 52,
Right.
and G52. And then my niece, my cousin, Leora, she was getting her just before her bat mitzvah. She looks at it and she goes, Hey, Ma, Aunt Marcia's a bingo player. And my Aunt Estelle got a little up. Do you remember that? She goes, Will
Yes.
you put that on there?
That
Because she was. And that was great.
Well,
Speaking of parents,
we had QOFE on there and we couldn't tell them what
Yeah.
it really meant. And then we have Tata Shalom Shalom because you always said that.
Yes. And
what
my
did you
When
say?
father was R.I.P.
right.
Ronnie, Ivy, and Paula.
Right.
Do you realize that on Saturday, March 15th, is my father's birthday?
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
happy
So
birthday.
It doesn't look
birthdays.
bad for
And
122,
What-
222.
oh my
Oh,
God, he looks
that's
pretty good.
well, tomorrow I think we have our niece's Neely's birthday.
Yes.
So I
I
gotta
call her tomorrow.
we get a call in
And I
tomorrow.
think, on Monday is St. Patrick's Day, the 17th,
Right. Right.
Yes,
which is
that's
the
the day in
anniversary
New
of my
York
bar mitzvah.
City.
You used to hide.
Lisa Hyde. Oh my
You used
God,
to
it was
hide.
all
I didn't have to
because
hide.
I ended
The
up
red hair.
getting pulled into Irish pubs. I came home, I was on the way home from Playboy, and with
Uh-huh.
the red hairs wearing a green jacket. Come
Aw,
in. No, come in. They kept pulling me into bar after bar. I ended up in Rosie O'Grady's.
you,
I called Max, come meet me. She's right
uh,
near there at the time. They
right, I was
were.
right around the corner, right, right.
Oh my God.
You couldn't get near any Irish pubs. There was
Yeah,
just no way.
isn't
And
there an old movie, Rosie O'Grady, or song?
Yes. I love when Bugs Bunny would sing and tap dance to Rosie O'Grady and
oh,
when he was doing the Brooklyn thing.
oh God, that's
My
bizarre.
favorite thing with Bugs Bunny when he did to his wife, yes, 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 ma'am, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Right. He always had that.
Anyway,
I
I
don't.
think we're running out of
Ah,
topics.
All right. So we
For,
gotta, our next year we should be in Dublin because you will see a zillion redheads. So
a
oh,
that's
zillion
your
what?
place to be.
I have something for you, Maxine, when I see you next week.
Okay.
And next
I
year,
have
next year,
euros, 10 euros for you.
10
10
euros.
euros.
You're going to Finland?
Hmm, I am.
Where you are, so you'll need if they
Oh, I
take
can
euros
use,
there, right?
yeah, I'll
But
probably need one.
I understand that they're not allowing American citizens into Europe anymore.
So
That's the
I'd be
next
Not,
too
step.
surprised if
not
they
that I've
do.
heard. It's not our fault.
Anyway, guys.
Half of America is okay,
Hmm.
you know? So they can't completely get rid of us, you know? It's not fair.
Anyway, guys, I will see you next week. Max, I will see you
Goodbye.
later
Oh yeah,
today
I will see you later.
with the many
Shalom,
shades.
shalom. Ta
Shalom.
Ta
ta ta ta.
I thought you were
ta
gonna
ta
have
ta
Shalom,
ta.
I
shalom.
thought you were gonna have your friend on, by the way.
We gotta get Lisa. We gotta talk
Yeah,
to her,
yeah.
get
You
her
got to
on.
talk to
Maybe
her.
next weekend.
Okay.
All
All right,
right.
guys. Love
Peace be
you.
with you.
Ciao, ciao.
And
Me,
as Dave
me.
Happy birthdays.
as Dave Garroway
Thank
would say,
you.
peace.
May the force be
Peace,
with you.
man. May the
Force
Schwartz
be
be
with.
with
May the
you.
Schwartz
Yeah.
be with you.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Me.